Welcome everyone, I am John of Video Games in the World, and this is the weekly news on my channel, and thanks for tuning in. Top story, Nintendo Direct. Nintendo Direct had a lot of announcements of upcoming games, and even a teaser of the upcoming sequel to the Super Mario Bros. Movie, which is now titled The Super Mario Galaxy Movie. Once I saw that teaser and heard that familiar theme, I was blown away, and I'm looking forward to this movie coming in 2026. And speaking of Super Mario Galaxy, the first two games of that title are coming to the Switch remastered this October, and I couldn't be more excited because I remember playing these gems on the Wii. Great times. Dragon Quest VII is also having a remaster as well as Dragon Quest VII Reimagined. And I couldn't be more excited with this title as well. As for the Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection, it was supposed to come out this September, but it was moved to October 30th. Bummer. But hey, as Miyamoto-san said once, a delayed project is successful, but a rushed one is ruined forever. Now, Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection will have the following games in both arcade and console versions, such as Mortal Kombat 2, Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3, Mortal Kombat 4, Mortal Kombat Trilogy, the adventure games, Mortal Kombat Special Forces, and Mortal Kombat Mythologies Sub-Zero. Except that Special Forces was garbage. I'd rather play Mythology Sub-Zero than Special Forces, to be honest. What disappoints me of this upcoming collection is that the Game Boy Advance version of Deadly Alliance is in this collection and not the console version. I'm kind of disappointed at that, but nevertheless, I'm looking forward to that game. Other games on their way include Pokemon Legends ZA, Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave, Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment, Resident Evil Requiem, Dynasty Warriors Origins, Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, Metroid Prime 4, Final Fantasy VII Remake Integrate, and most of the games will be on the Nintendo Switch 2, and some games that came out on the Switch will also be available on the Switch 2. I'm glad to see a new Fire Emblem game which is set in the same world as Fire Emblem Three Houses and Fire Emblem Warriors Three Hopes. This series is called the Fotland series, featuring the continent of Fotland. It's kind of like games in the franchise that take place in the same world, like Genealogy of the Holy War and Thracia 776 in the continent of Jugdrol, Path of Radiance and Radiant Dawn in the Tellius continent, Binding Blade and Blazing Blade in Elebe, and also Shadow Dragon and Mystery of the Emblem taking place in the continent of Arcania. Though Fortune's Weave may take place in Fotland, it will be set in a different era. Most likely, it will be either a prequel or sequel to Three Houses. Let me know in the comments below. Metroid Prime 4 looks amazing with Samus riding a bike. It's going to be really awesome to drive. To celebrate its arrival on my gaming channel, which is linked in the description, I will do Metroid Prime 2 and 3 on the Wii. That's right, gamers. I still have my Wii from 2008. I bought it by saving the money I made on my first job years ago. God, I feel old. Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment is a canonical tale, unlike the previous title, Age of Calamity. Age of Calamity is a non-canonical title and is more like a what-if type of game. Like, what if Link succeeded in destroying the Calamity before the events of Breath of the Wild? The developers have explicitly stated that this new entry story aligns with Tears of the Kingdom and will not create a time paradox. That's good. Although I am glad to see all these brand new awesome games and remastered ones, I'm still waiting for a new Star Fox video game. I mean, come on Nintendo, make a new Star Fox already. We got a lot of Marios, Zeldas, and Pokemon games. Don't get me wrong, I love Mario, Zelda, and Pokemon games, but come on dude, bring back Star Fox. Let's go to the next story of this weekly news. If you were born in the 80s and raised in the 90s, then chances are that you remember Acclaim. Acclaim Entertainment was one of the most prolific and well-known video game brands in the 1990s, having been responsible for creating series like Burnout and NBA Jam. Unfortunately, the company went broke and shut down in 2004. Most of their assets were sold off to companies like the now defunct THQ and Crave Entertainment. The games I remember from Acclaim are titles such as Turok, NBA Jam, Wizards and Warriors, Town and Country Surf Designs, NFL Quarterback Club, South Park, the console versions of the classic Mortal Kombat games, etc. Alex Joseph, the CEO of the resurrected Acclaim, stated the following: "We're excited to relaunch Acclaim with a lineup that captures our legacy of bold creativity and delivers fresh, unforgettable experiences. These games are just the beginning of our mission to redefine fun for players everywhere." The full list of games are the following: Toss Down, Ground Zero Hero, Basketball Classics, Pixel Washer, The Prison in Fletcher's Quest, Grid Beat, Talaka, Hyperyuki Snowboard Syndicate, and Katanaut. These games are in the styles of dungeon crawler, Metroidvania, side-scrolling, and platformers as well. So my word to Acclaim Entertainment is this: welcome home. And overall, don't screw up. And that is all for the weekly news. It was short, I know. It was a chat only about Nintendo Direct and the return of Acclaim Entertainment. So I hope you love the upcoming Switch and Switch 2 games and Acclaim Entertainment's return. So give me a comment, like, and subscribe. And before I sign off, don't miss tonight's gaming livestream at my gaming channel. Link in the description. This is John of Video Games in the World, signing off. Have a good one. Bye!